Hey there, it's David, No Recipe Required, and I just unpacked my first Green Chef meal kit box. Green Chef, all organic ingredients meal kit company, so they're sending ingredients, they're not sending full meals. And what we're going to try today, I'm going to do my first review. We've got some Thai tuna sandwiches. Looks pretty tasty, there's the picture. This is, it says wild caught Ahi Tuna. We've got some buns here. We're going to do some Thai inspired spices, some coconut yellow curry aioli, sounds nice as a little sauce. We're going to do some carrot fries with them. Some of these other ingredients are either kind of coating for the tuna. We got the Thai spice. We're going to top the sandwich with coleslaw, essentially coleslaw, Thai coleslaw. That's what the red cabbage is for. Not too many ingredients here. They're all packaged together, easy to unpack and get ready. I'm going to go ahead, grab some bowls, grab a knife, grab some. I already got my scissors. We're ready to go. Get the oven preheating, and then we're gonna cook this thing up, see how easy it is, and of course, see how good it tastes. Okay, guys, so I've started on our Ahi Tuna sandwich here with our carrots. I do have the oven preheated to 400 degrees per the recipe card directions. Next step, it says, is to prep the carrots and the cilantro. And honestly, it doesn't look like there's a ton of prep here. 3 carrots, you gotta peel them. I've already peeled 2. You gotta take the end off. And then it basically says to cut them into pieces about 3 inches long, French fry shape. So this is kind of a thick julienne on the French fries. We're going to go ahead and do that for all the carrots. I'm not going to make you watch me do it for all the carrots. We're just going to do those off camera after that one. And then we're going to destem and chop up the cilantro leaves. You can see you got obviously leaves, you got all these stems here. You don't really want the stems in the dressing, so easiest thing, just kind of run them by your fingers. The stems will come off, the leaves will stay in your fingers, and then give them, best to bunch them up and give them just a quick chop. Once I get these done, and once I get the carrots done, I'm going to come back, we're going to season the carrots, drizzle them with olive oil, throw them in the oven. Alright guys, so we've got our carrots now cut up into these French fry-like shapes. What we're going to do now is drizzle it with about what did it say, a tablespoon? Drizzle, you know, this stuff doesn't matter a whole lot. I say better go a little bit heavier on the oil than a little bit lighter. You want to make sure everything is well coated. And then this is a package that they sent, organic Thai style spice blend. You spell some cloves, some cumin in there, some coriander, I think. There seems like a lot of it, but we're going to go with it all. It says to add a little bit of salt, a pinch, some fresh ground black pepper. Use the powdered dried stuff or pre-ground stuff if you don't have it. Then you want to give this a coat. Give it a toss. Make sure you get all of those carrots nicely coated with both the oil, the spices, and the salt and pepper. And then we've got a baking sheet that I lined with foil, sprayed with a little cooking spray, all per the directions. We're going to spread these out, make sure we get them one layer. Ideally, they're not really touching or overlapping. And we're going to bake these off. It says we're going to throw them in for 12 to 15 minutes until they're fork tender. We'll see if they get browned or not. And while this roasts, we're going to keep working on the rest of our food. Alright, so these are our tuna steaks. They came wrapped in this big plastic bag, and then also wrapped in kind of a shrink wrap bag, which I like. Gets rid of any air that's in there, and they look really quite nice. It says to take them out of the package, pat them dry, and then put them in this. This is the same bowl that we used for our carrots that has a little bit of that salt and pepper left in there, all that Thai spice, a little bit of olive oil, and then we're going to go ahead and add the this is organic tamari sauce. Now tamari, actually it's a fairly new ingredient for me. It is a soy sauce like product, but a little bit different. I think it's a Japanese version of soy sauce. I'm going to go ahead and add that in there, and it says to let them marinate for at least 5 minutes, turning over occasionally. It also says hit them with a little bit of pepper, which we're going to do. We'll do that side, we'll flip them, We'll do the other side. And I'm just going to let them sit for, call it 3 minutes. Then we'll come back, we'll flip them again. Let them go for another 2 or 3 minutes. And then we're going to coat them with a little bit of coconut flake that we've got right here. Alright, so I just put our organic shredded coconut right here in a little bowl. And this is essentially going to make a coating for our tuna steaks, which I've let marinate. And then it says go ahead and press the tuna down firmly. We're trying to get a tuna coating, a coconut coating on both sides of the steak. And then I got another little plate here. I'm going to put that on there. We're going to do the other one. Make sure we get everything on there. And we're just trying to get a nice, again, coating on that. We'll do that. We'll get the other side. Press firm. And then we're going to go ahead and sear these off on the stovetop. Okay, so we've got our coconut crusted tuna there. I got a pan over medium heat. A little bit of olive oil in the pan. You do want a good, it says medium heat. I think you want to go at least a little bit over medium high. You do want to hear a little sizzle in the pan. And then it says lay the tuna steaks in and cook them about 3 or 4 minutes per side. You do want to be just a little bit, normally with a piece of chicken or steak I hear a louder sizzle, but you don't want to burn that coconut, so you do want to be a little bit gentle. 3 or 4 minutes, it says cook all the way through. I'm actually not going to cook all the way through because I don't like tuna all the way through. I'm going to try and cook it so kind of a 1/4 inch on each side is done, but still rare in the middle. Alright, so I just dropped my tuna. It's actually searing on the other side. I'm going to go back in just 1 minute and turn it over. But the next step in the directions is to dress our red cabbage here. Organic red cabbage, they split, already pre-chopped, and it says to add about a teaspoon, that's about a teaspoon of organic yellow curry aioli to the cabbage, which I'm going to do. We're just going to stir this in there. This package obviously is not empty, so make sure your aioli doesn't spill out. We're going to give this a little coating. And we're going to go back to our tuna. Alright, so my tuna has now seared. Might have seared a little too much. A little blackened, but it'll be just fine. Maybe I shouldn't have walked away and done the aioli as we're doing this, but I think that's not burned. It's a little dark. It'll still be just fine. We're going to turn the heat down a little bit. That's why, again, I think they suggested that medium heat. And if you can see on the edge, it's getting white, but it's still pink in the center. I'm going to cook mine to where it remains pink in the center. Just go a little bit longer if that freaks you out and you want it cooked all the way through. That's what the directions suggest. Alright guys, so while my second side of the tuna was cooking, my timer went off for our carrots. These are, they're just, the smaller ones are fork tender. I've set the timer right at the 12-minute mark. I'm going to let these go for another 2 minutes while we finish our tuna. Alright guys, so our second side is nicely toasted now. That's what you're looking for. Nice little trick. If you ever overdo one side, just serve the overdone side down on a plate. Now we're going to end up cutting this tuna, so it doesn't really matter. Just transfer it to a cutting board. I'm going to let them rest for a minute. We're going to slice them up, and then our carrots are going to be done in just 1 more minute. Alright guys, so my carrots now are done. They are fork tender. Into the same oven, we've got a couple whole wheat buns, which we're going to split open. We're going to set them cut side up in the oven, let them toast for 2 minutes to get nice and crunchy. Alright guys, so I just put our buns in the oven to toast, set a 1 minute timer so I don't forget them. That timer might go off just any second. There you go. Alexa, stop the timer. And then we're going to go ahead and slice up our tuna here. And hopefully, yeah, so for me, that is a perfectly cooked piece of tuna. Again, if you're not comfortable with that rare or raw inside, go ahead and just cook it a little bit longer. I'm going to slice both of these up, and then we're going to serve it up. Alright guys, so let's go ahead and plate up our sandwiches here. What are we going to do? We're going to do some aioli first. On the bottom bun it says about a tablespoon. That seems like a tablespoon. Seems like there's plenty of food here. Plenty of tuna. I'm actually going to go 1, 2. We'll go a little guy in the middle. Then I'm going to top it with a little bit of our red cabbage. I'd say actually I could use a little bit more red cabbage. I think there's going to be just enough for both sandwiches, but you know, we're going to go double layer at least with the tuna here on there. 1, 2, 3. And then we've got some of those cilantro leaves. Throw those on. You could go even a little bit more aioli. I know I've got enough for at least these 2 sandwiches. Top that baby up. And then our carrots, spiced carrots here. Lay those on there. Split them up. I got one more sandwich to do, but this is looking pretty good. We're gonna go ahead and snap a picture or two, and then I'm gonna try this baby. All right, so my ahi tuna sandwich is done. Now let's go ahead and give it a try here. Nice little, I got enough aioli left over for a little side. I'm gonna try the french fries, the carrot fries. The spice is good. I think that, that's tasty. The spices work. Carrots are nice and tender. You know, you can go longer, you can go shorter. If they get too mushy, I don't know. It's not gonna be great. I did, you know, I had plenty of tuna for a double layer on the sandwich. I got the cabbage in there, the cilantro, and dressed the whole thing with the aioli. You can always dip in a little bit more. That was a big bite. So that's good. Could use a touch of salt, which is easily rendered. Just sprinkle a little bit more on. The fish is legit. I'm always nervous when I get fish in any meal kit where I haven't touched it, smelt it from the store. But this is nice. Very nice piece of tuna. It tastes good. It all goes together. I might have used, or might have liked a little bit of a like a pickling element or something like that on the red cabbage, a little bit more acid or vinegar. But this is really, really tasty. There's plenty of food for 2 good sandwiches here. This makes a nice size lunch. And I checked the time. It took me exactly 32 minutes to go ahead and make it. I was filming. I took a couple shortcuts, did a couple steps at the same time, but it all worked out well. I go thumbs up. This is a great meal. All organic, Green Chef. Good job. 2 thumbs up. I'll throw a link to Green Chef in the description of the video on my website. If you want to read the review, give it a try. Please do so and let me know what you think. I'll see you next time on NoRecipeRequired. Alright guys, so that was Green Chef's Thai tuna sandwiches with the carrots, with the cabbage, and the aioli. All came out really well in the time that they wanted. The directions were clear, and this was a pretty simple, tasty meal. I would highly recommend this one. Please give it a try. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you next time on NoRecipeRequired.